We are back. We are back. We are back. Let's go ahead and give you some game. So I need. Are you are you defining your best employee, your best coworker? Meaning, do you have an avatar of what that person is like? Same type of avatar you create for a most valuable person, or from the marketing side when you're looking to target a specific type of company or a partner, excuse me, a person. That same type of person you're trying to target, you create an avatar like, okay, this person is 24 to 36. They went to 4 year school. They like this type of music. They might look like this. They might wear something like this, et cetera, et cetera. When you go down that avatar line, same thing needs to take place for your employee if you didn't know. If you didn't know, I'm telling you now. Getting employees is almost the exact same method as marketing is concerned, almost to the T. Okay. Um, you have to match your company culture with the psychograph of the type of person that you're looking to hire. So it cannot. So what does this mean for you in your job description? It means that you cannot look at just requirement dot 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 dot. Now you there are certain situations where you need requirements. If you're hiring a truck driver or something like that, if you don't have a CDL, then that's going to be an impediment of progress. Doesn't mean that person can't go get one though. If that person has the right mental mindset and that right psychograph, that right mindset. So what am I trying to express to you? What I'm trying to express to you is that when you're hiring folks, you need to be thinking primarily about company culture. Let me explain why. Because communication between your team members and between the departments, the teams in your company, they need to have fluent communication. All right. When you have someone who's outside of that company culture, when they receive communications, there's generally speaking going to be resistance of some level because other people are going to be intimidated of that other person or fearful, or they won't trust that other person. I'm going to use alpha and beta. All right. Beta folks are going to be intimidated by the alpha person, and because of the alpha members' leadership abilities. Betas are going to follow, alphas are going to lead. If you're going to have a company culture, it's best to have a company culture full of betas, and then that one person that demonstrates a little bit of alpha tendencies, or who can manage things, let that person manage. Let me give you a real life example. I'm going to give you two. One, I have a strong background in sales. I like alpha male sales. I like aggressive boiler room type sales where people are on the phones or knocking or doing. I like hardcore sales. That's my background. That's what I like. I like doing 60 LOAs a day. I like closing 5 deals a day. That's what I like. I like coming back to the office, hitting the gong, I like all that stuff, right? However, from a different generation when people took pride in their work, and we enjoyed success being in our own hands. There's another generation, or just a different group of folks that are way more beta, where they're not looking to sell you anything; they're looking to help you. Meaning, oh, you have a question, I'll answer your question. They won't ask for the sale, but they will give the information so that you can make your own decision and get it done. All right. Neither one of these ways is better or worse. I know there are people in the beta line or the passive line, and they're killing it in sales. All right. A lot of corporate companies, generally speaking, are going to use this approach as an extension of their marketing, but there's a lot of that going on, and they're killing it. Also, inversely, on the alpha side, the aggressive, assertive side, these guys are always going to kill it because they're going to work for it. But neither one of them is better or worse. It's just a matter of preference. Here's the point. If you hire an alpha male and you put them in a beta setting, that's going to be bad because the betas are not really going to be able to communicate with that alpha. That alpha is always going to make some type of tension because it's the tension between the alphas that makes it competitive, and it's that competitive nature that gets the high performance. You have to understand these things. When you're talking about a beta person being in an alpha scenario, the alphas are going to rip that person's throat out. It won't happen. They won't respect him. He'll be banned from the group. He'll be, he'll be isolated. So it's best to have the alphas with the alphas, the betas with the betas. I'll give you another example. I came from a background of aggressive sales. I've done a deal with PwC, and over there, they're just kids. They're just kids. They're all happy-go-lucky. I'm a consultant. Really, they're just nothing more than glorified assistants. They're just, PowerPoint and Excel spreadsheet. That's all these kids do. At least up until the point, associate, senior associate, maybe up to maybe manager or something like that. It may change a little bit, but that person just delegates information. But they're real soft, and the reason being is because the way the company is set up, they don't have to actually go and convert anything. They just get the work, they do the work, and they keep it moving. So that's more of like a beta scenario where they do what they're told. They're not really going to, if you say, okay, I want to do this one way, they're not going to course correct you even if the answer is wrong. They're going to just say, we're getting paid to do what you tell us to do. That's a beta version style. So versus us, we're on our alpha side, we're going to tell you, hey, you're doing this the wrong way, and we don't know if we can rock with you if you're going to keep going the wrong way about it. I'm hoping that this is making sense to you. So there's two examples. There's more company cultures, of course, but there's two defined examples like alpha versus beta. This one is this is a certain way. This is a rock. This is the river. The river is going to flow around the rock, if you understand what I'm saying. So while you are hiring, you need to have an avatar. You need to think in your mind, I'm looking for a 36-year-old. If you're at let's say you're at a record label. If you're at a record label, you can create an avatar by saying, hey, I'm looking for a 24 to a 36-year-old, male or female. They're known to the urban culture. They have a following of 100,000 at least on their social media. And urban culture meaning that they embrace it. It doesn't mean they have to be black, white, or Asian. That's irrelevant. And even the avatar, if you want to say black, that's fine, or use a race in the avatar, that's fine. But you're just going down the lines of what's important. Like, hey, this person needs to know about sneakerhead culture. This person needs to know about urban fashion as far as urban designers. This person needs to, they need to know about music. They need to know about music video directors. They need to know about the networks. They need to know about the events that are taking place. Who are the influencers, movers, and shakers of that culture? Like, they need to have a full understanding of it. So that type of information must be made available to the recruiter or the hiring person, and that's what they need to be hiring. And that information needs to be shared because you're not necessarily going to put that on a job description. The job description is going to say, this is what I need you to do during the everyday process, and these are the minimum requirements we're looking for, and here goes the compensation. But moving that aside, it needs to be another description of what you're actually looking for, and that avatar of what you created needs to be able to seamlessly fit into the company culture and everything be 100% smooth. So if you take a step back and you look at your company culture and you say, hey, everyone in here is very ambitious, and everyone in here wants to be the best. They're very competitive. Everyone here works out. Everyone here has a very eclectic style. They'll come in and wear a little vintage with some new stuff. If that's what you have, then that also needs to be made available, not just to the hiring manager. If the hiring manager is drafting up, it also needs to be made available to your recruiters so that you are hiring the right person to fit your company. And remember, a company is nothing more than a group of people with the same agenda. See you in the next video. Peace.